So this is really interesting. So actually, to see entrepreneurial change happen, it needs a learning mindset, which is huge. I would love. So we put this online, and we always see that this has a real far and wide reach. And one of the reaches we're really excited about is it does go into rural areas of Ethiopia. And one of the things we want to impact is the masses within Ethiopia. And so I would love the next question actually to be answered in Amharic. And I would love to do my best in trying to ask it in Amharic as well. So on entrepreneurship, I'm already moving to English. Hey, entrepreneurial mindset ነገር ያወራው አሁን እንዴት ነው አንድ ሰው ተቀምጦ maybe farmer ነው or maybe መቀሌ or አዋሳ or somewhere ተቀምጧል እና he says እኔ entrepreneurial mindset እፈልጋለሁ እንዴት ነው ማገኘው የሚለው ሰው ካለ my question is how does one get an entrepreneurial mindset if he wants it? What would you say to them if they're like, I want this entrepreneurial mindset that you're talking about? እንዴት ነው ማገኘው ካለ እንዴት ነው respond ምን advice ትሰጠዋለህ?
Okay. ለእንደዚህ አይነት ሰዎች እንግዲህ የኛን ሀገር በገጠሩ አካባቢ የሚኖሩ ሰዎች በከተማው ከምንኖረው በጣም የተሻለ አመለካከትና አስተሳሰብ አላቸው ለአካባቢያቸው በአካባቢያቸው ስላለው ሁኔታ በአካባቢያቸው ስላለው መልካም እድል በአካባቢያቸው ስላለው መልካም አጋጣሚ ሊያደርጉት ስለሚችሉት ነገር ቀደም እንደነገርኳችሁ ዲቨሎፕመንት ባንክ ነበርኩ ከሩራል ሶሳይቲ ጋር የምንሰራቸው በገጠር ከሚኖሩ ማህበረሰብ ጋር የምንሰራቸው ስራዎች ነበሩ በዛ አጋጣሚ በተለያዩ የሀገሪቱ ክፍሎች ያሉ በገጠር አካባቢ የሚኖሩ ሰዎችን ለማግኘት እድል ገጥሞኛል እና እኛም እንደዚሁ ደግሞ የተለያዩ ፕሮዳክቶች ለነሱ የሚሆኑ የባንክ አገልግሎቶች ነበሩ ለምሳሌ የእርሻ ወቅት ከጨረሱ በኋላ በቀላሉ ገንዘብ ሊያገኙ የሚችሉበት የሚሰሩበት ከብት ማደለብን የመሰለ ሴቶች ፍየል በሚያረቡበት አካባቢ የፍየል ወተትን ለገበያ ማቅረብ በተመለከተ ወተት ለገበያ በማቅረብ በተመለከተ በአንዳንድ አካባቢዎች ወተት ለገበያ ማቅረብ የተለመደ አይደለም ቤት ውስጥ ከመጠቀም ባለፈም ስለዚህ አብዛኛውን ጊዜ ገጠራማ አካባቢ ያሉት ሰዎች በአካባቢያቸው ያለው መልካም አጋጣሚ በአካባቢያቸው ያለውን እድል ማየትም መጠቀምም በጣም የተሻሉ ናቸው በጣም ብልሆች ናቸው እንደውም ትክክለኛው በአብዛኛው ጊዜ ኢንተርፕረነርሺፕ ኳሊቲ እነሱ ጋር አለ ከልጅነታቸው ጀምሮ ልጆቻቸውን የሚያሳድጉበት መንገድና ስራ የሚያስለምዱበት መንገድ ራሱ በጣም የተለየ ነው ለአንድ ልጅ በልጅነቱ ዶሮ ይሰጠዋል ይቺ አንተ ዶሮ ናት ተብሎ ከዛ በኋላ ያቺን ዶሮ ይንከባከባል ስለዚህ እንቁላሏን ይቆጣጠራል ጫጩት እንድትፈለፍል ያደርጋል ጫጩቱን ይቆጣጠራል ያቺን ዶሮ ወደ በግ ወይም ወደ ፍየል ለመለወጥ ይመክራል ከፍየል ከበግ በኋላ ወደ ጥጃ ከጥጃ ወደ በሬ ምናምን አድርጎ ከዛ ትዳር ሲይዝ ለሱ የሚያስፈልገውን ለእርሻ የሚያስፈልገውን እንትን እስከ ማግኘት ድረስ የመድረስና ከተወሰነ ጊዜም በኋላ ከሱ መልበስ ምናምን ጋራ በተያያዘ ያሉትን የመሸፈን ነገር አለ ስለዚህ በገጠር ላሉት የምላቸው ነገር በአካባቢያቸው ያሉ መልካም አጋጣሚዎች አሉ ብዙ መልካም አጋጣሚዎች በቤታቸው የሚያዘጋጇቸው የተለያዩ አሉ መጠጦችንም እንደዚህም ያዘጋጃሉ በቤታቸውና ያንን ያው ለገበያ ያቀርባሉ በአካባቢያቸውም ላለው አንዳንድ ነገሮችን እንደውም በእጅ ሙያ የሚሰሩ ስራዎችንም ሰርተው በሳምንትም በ15 ቀንም ባሉ የአካባቢያቸው ገበያዎች አውጥተው በመሸጥ ያው ብዙ የመጠቀም ባህል አላቸው ስለዚህ ይሄም ባህል የበለጠ እንዲያበረታቱ ነው በአሁኑ ጊዜ እንደውም በእኛ ሀገር ሁኔታ ስንመለከት የአነስተኛ ብድር አቅራቢዎች ወይ ማይክሮ ፋይናንስ የምንላቸው የመድረሳቸው መጠን ከመቼውም ጊዜ በላይ በበለጠ ሁኔታ በተሻለ ደረጃ ነው የሚገኘው በተለይ ለነዛ በገጠራማ አካባቢ ለሚኖሩ ሰዎች እንደገና አሰራራቸውም እነሱን በቀላሉ መድረስ በሚያስችል ሁኔታ ነው ራሳቸውን የሚያደራጁትና ብዙ የመንግስትም የሌሎችም ድርጅቶች ድጋፍ ነበረ ያ አንዱ መልካም አጋጣሚ ነው ስለዚህ በዛ አካባቢ ያሉ ሰዎች አሁንም በአካባቢያቸው በእነሱ መካከል ያሉ የተለያዩ ፍላጎቶች አሉ አንዱ ቤት ምናልባት ወተት ቢኖረው ሌላው ቤት ከወተት የሚገኙ ነገሮች ላይኖረው ይችላል። ስለዚህ ወተትና ከወተት የሚገኙ ነገሮችን ለሌሎቹ ማቅረብ ይችላሉ። ሌላው ቤት ደግሞ ቅድም እንዳልኩት ዶሮና በግ ካለውም እነዛን ከሌሎቹ ጋር ለማርባት እንዲሁ መለዋወጥ የሚችሉበታልና ያ በራሳቸው አካባቢ ሊፈጥሩት የሚችሉት የኢኮኖሚ ትስስር አለ። ለኔ እንደውም ቻሌንጅ የሚያደርገኝ ብዙ ጊዜ እነሱ መምከር ከባድ ነው። ኢንቫይሮንመንታቸውን ከኛ በተሻለ ሁኔታ በሚገባም ያውቁታል። እንደገናም በአንድ ስራ ላይ ተመስርተው አይቀሩም ማለት በእርሻ ላይ ብቻ ሆነው አይቀሩም። ሁሉ ጊዜ በእርሻውም ጊዜ ከእርሻውም ጊዜ ውጪ ሌሎች ገቢ የሚያስገኙ ስራዎችን እንደዚሁ ይሰራሉ። ልዩነቱና ቻሌንጁ ያለው የገቢውን መጠን ማስፋትና ማሳደግ ላይ ነው።
Amazing. ስለዚህ ብዙ መልመድ እንችላለን በዚህ ሰዎች here in ከተማ ውስጥ. Very interesting stuff. Now let's move on to the whole banking sector and actually how we interact with the banking sector and questions around that. So maybe actually we move into asking from the floor what people might have. I'll open up and I think we can have time for a few questions. So if you have a question regarding the financial sector and questions regarding how we engage with that, then please show your hand and I'll ask a question. But to kick us off, my first question is, what should we, maybe as entrepreneurs or people wanting to start businesses, know about the banking sector and how should we engage with it? Often it's hard to find information. We go online, there's very little. So what should we know as people looking to set up businesses about the banking sector?
That's a good question, and it's a good opportunity for me also to promote my bank and to get a lot of customers. And I'm sure I'll get some more customers. And I want from the deposit side. The reason is if there is no deposit, there is no loan. So you have to start with the deposit. So you have to start relationship with the bank with the deposit. በአማርኛ እናገራለሁ እንግዲህ ባንክ ላለው ይጨመርለታል የሚለውን ያምናል። ላለው ይጨመርለታል የሚለውን ያምናል። ለሌለው ያለው ይወሰድበታል የሚለውን አይነት ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ you have to start with the deposit. በዛ ላይ ካፒታላይዝ ማድረግ ይቻላል። There is one significant fact in our country that is the challenge of credit supply. The credit demand in our country is far more than the credit supply. So we banks are highly selective in terms of financing, any project. So we opt for less risky projects. To minimize our risk, we request borrowers to contribute significantly as an equity to their financial needs. So this is a big challenge. So the first thing, you have to start with the deposit, and you need to establish a relationship with the bank. And there is a process what we call know your customer and due diligence. So you have to make yourself familiar with the bankers, and then after you have to go through your projects, and you have to look into details and look at the financial need and the investment plan. So how much are you going to contribute to that particular project? So as I've said, there is a challenge, and the first challenge is because of the demand and supply. And the second challenge is bankers believe in terms of diversification. We don't want to put all our eggs in a single basket. So we want to diversify our portfolio, our loans. Because of that, we might have sometime limits to certain sector or to certain activity. So if you arrive to that limit, we don't have appetite to take additional loan requests. No, this is the other challenge. And apart from that, in normal situations where demand and supply, forms equilibrium, sometimes we banks go and hunt, for borrowers. In that case, what you need to do is to know your project properly, so to look into it, seriously in terms of your future cash flow generation. That is the so-called forecasted or projected, financial statements, and the marketing aspect, and also, the management aspect. So you should be in a position to convince the banker. The banker always think in terms of risk against you. So we bankers assume that this project has, significant risk, and then we try to interrogate you in terms of, those risks. So the burden of proof that the project is, viable and also good for finance and is less risky in terms of market or in terms of, management and other operational issues, you should be in a position to justify that. So that is the basic one. Otherwise, when you go to the practical thing, the challenge is the demand for credit is high in this country, and the supply for credit is far, far below the demand. And because of that, when you look at our bank's performance, by any measure, it's good. But, in terms of profitability, all banks are doing well, even compared to, other banks in the neighboring country. In terms of the so-called asset quality, that means the quality of, asset or loans that we do have, by any measure, it is best. But that is because of, the shortage of, or the gap of the supply, and we banks, especially at this time, have, the opportunity, to take only, the most or the less risky ones.
Amazing. And so to just follow that question up, what sort of size loans does the bank give from minimum to maximum in a way? And then is the interest fixed regardless of the project, or does it vary project by project what the interest is on the repayment?
Okay, in terms of loan size, we don't have a problem. We take, we do have, the lower or the threshold, and the threshold is now about 150,000. But with regard to the upper limit, we go up to, $500 million in local currency. So there is no much issue, in terms of that. But in terms of pricing, the pricing is, we do have the so-called kind of fixed interest rate regime. But when you say fixed, especially for the foreigners, interest, is fixed, for certain period. So it doesn't, oscillate based on, the base rate and, the risk profile of the customer. But when there is some change in the market from the supply side, we can automatically change, the interest rate. And in terms of the interest rate, it ranges, from 8.5 to about 18.5, depending upon the tenor of the loan and, the sector which we are going to finance. Some sectors are highly risky, so the interest rate will be high. If the tenor, the time of repayment is long, the interest rate, will go a bit high. And there are some sectors which the risk is very low, and in terms of, in banking language, the so-called cross sales, we do have a very lower interest rate, around 8.5. And at present, the minimum rate for deposit is 7%. So when you look at, the minimum deposit rate and, the lower lending rate, there is about 1.5 margin. So we take that, per year. So it's very cheap, it's very encouraging. I think you have to test it.
Amazing. So this is very important when it comes to starting your business, to know your numbers, where your opportunities of getting loans are. So this is hugely invaluable to us. So thank you very much.